The federal agents didn't knock. They kicked in the mirrored double doors of Sean "Diddy" Combs' Star Island villa at 5:42 a.m. By sunrise, prosecutors say they'd carted out duffel bags of seized electronics, a crate of rifle parts, and a glossy binder of non-disclosure agreements. Evidence they claim could collapse a music empire 2 decades in the making. But the shockwaves grew louder when whispers of a late legend's warning resurfaced online. Since the September 16, 2024 grand jury indictment, Combs has stared down a stack of federal charges: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, kidnapping, obstruction, even arson. He's pleaded not guilty, yet every court session piles on details that read like tabloid fever dreams, except their sworn testimony. March 25, 2024 raids. Homeland Security agents swarmed Combs' Miami and LA estates. Lab tests on pink powder seized in his Park Hyatt suite came back positive for ketamine and MDMA. An AR-15 lower receiver and encrypted hard drives were logged into evidence. Week-by-week witnesses: Cassie Ventura, the ex-partner whose civil suit lit the fuse; her mother Regina recounting a 2011 "I'm Black and Blue" email; former assistant David James describing the ritual of stocking hotel rooms with 40 skincare bottles and a Louis fee bag holding $10 cash, and a pharmacy in pill form for Combs' private freak-offs. Special Agent Gerard Gannon traces wire transfers from shell companies labeled VIP Liaison. Prosecutors say they're euphemisms for procurement rings. Every detail feels engineered for maximum outrage, yet the pattern is chillingly consistent. Phones confiscated, cameras off, secrets recorded anyway. That's exactly the narrative exploding across YouTube. But with one viral twist that isn't in the docket. Type Sheila E. Diddy trial into any search bar, and you'll drown in clips claiming Prince's legendary drummer dropped a courtroom bomb. That Prince warned her years ago about ritual parties, secret tapes, and Diddy as a shadowy gatekeeper. One upload racked up 600K views in 48 hours. But official transcripts tell a different story. Sheila E. has never appeared on the witness stand. Fact-checkers flagged the video as synthetic audio layered on stock courtroom footage. Even Sheila E.'s publicist issued a flat denial. Why did the fake leak feel true enough to dominate timelines? Because it plugged straight into anxieties fans already hold. The belief that megawatt fame is policed by invisible powers, and that Prince, ever the industry rebel, tried to blow the whistle. So what warnings did Prince actually leave behind? Prince Rogers Nelson spent the 1990s writing "slave" on his cheek, railing against contracts he called paper chains. By the 2010s, he'd regained control of his masters, yet friends say he still spoke in code about harvest parties, where young artists were lured, filmed, and bound by silence. His final public interviews, 2015, show flashes of paranoia that, in hindsight, sound prophetic. They don't just want your hits, they want your silence. Own your name, or someone else will. On April 21, 2016, Prince was found unresponsive in an elevator at Paisley Park. The coroner ruled an accidental OD from counterfeit fentanyl pills. No homicide charges followed. Whether Prince foresaw the Combs indictment is unknowable. What's undeniable is the thematic overlap. Secret gatherings, proprietary footage, and careers destroyed overnight. The public may have dismissed those warnings as eccentric at the time, but 8 years later, a federal courtroom is treating similar allegations as a criminal enterprise. Next, we follow the money and the black box rooms where those tapes are rumored to live. Money is loud in hip-hop, but the quietest cash often does the deepest damage. Court filings show at least 6 shell companies, names like Royal Harbor LLC, and Skyline VIP Liaison, moving identical $4,900 event consulting fees. The same week, Combs hosted closed-door gatherings in Miami, LA, and the Hamptons. Prosecutors say these wires funded hospitality that went far beyond velvet rope bottle service. Former assistant David James testified that the moment high-profile guests surrendered their phones, a second camera system powered up, hidden GoPros and smoke detectors, Wide-angle lenses, tucked-in book spines, hotel suite peepholes retrofitted with micro-recorders. Gear allegedly installed by private security subcontractors who build under lighting or VIP coordination. In Cassie Ventura's 2023 civil complaint, settled hours after filing but unsealed by subpoena, she claimed she discovered one of those files, a 2-minute clip of herself, barely conscious, shot at Combs' Holmby Hills property in 2012. She deleted it. She says Combs told her a server backup meant the gesture was cute but pointless. Why film everything? Prosecution posits a leveraged loyalty economy. Footage is the collateral, NDAs are the invoices, favors the interest. Refuse a favor, the price doubles. Keep refusing, and your chart momentum mysteriously flatlines. Those claims alone shake fans, but the aftershocks are hitting corporate boardrooms. The morning Homeland Security agent Gerard Gannon walked jurors through confiscated AR-15 components and a stack of hard drives. Warner Music stock dipped 8% in pre-market trading. Minutes later, Spotify's legal team circulated an internal memo. Review archival backstage footage for consent documentation. Insiders leaked that 2 senior Bad Boy executives took indefinite leave within hours of the Star Island raid testimony. No on-record confirmation yet, flagged as developing. Online, the mashup of fact and lore spawned a global hashtag, #Trust Paisley Prophecy, a nod to Prince's Paisley Park and his decades-old fight over masters. Overnight, the tag topped TikTok's For You feed, generating side-by-side clips of Prince railing against paper chains and Cassie describing locked hotel doors. Legacy journalists who once dismissed Prince's warnings as eccentric theater are issuing mea culpas. One Rolling Stone op-ed framed the trial as Napster 2.0, except the files are people. Amid the noise, the audience craves a scorecard. What's proven, what's probable, what's pure clickbait. Next key witness expected June 3, 2025. A former private security contractor nicknamed The Punisher, subpoenaed after Agent Gannon referenced him as Chief of Extraction. Prosecutors have hinted at unsealing 23 NDAs spanning 2005-2022, many allegedly countersigned by Bad Boy staff. Judges will rule on admissibility in a June 10 sidebar. Defense plans to call music rights attorney Kevin Waxman to argue the NDAs prove nothing more sinister than standard issue reputation management. Rumor mill. Journalists spotted Kid Cudi's manager entering the SDNY clerk's office, fueling talk that Cudi may corroborate a 2011 yacht gathering where phones were bagged in Faraday pouches. No court confirmation yet. If even one video described in Ventura's complaint surfaces, analysts say plea deal math changes overnight, facing a possible 15-year mandatory minimum and RICO enhancements. Every date circles back to a single cliffhanger. Will the tapes stay legend or materialize under fluorescent courtroom lights? And that drives us to the bigger question, framing every stream, every headline, every whispered dia. If the price of stardom is silence, the real commodity isn't music, but muzzled memory. Prince etched slave on his face to protest contractual chains. Cassie took a civil court slingshot to crack a decade of hush. Now 12 jurors hold the fuse to a vault that, if opened, could rewrite how the industry barters privacy for profit. So, does this trial change how you hit play? Drop your thoughts below. Are NDAs just PR armor or a velvet gag? Smash subscribe if you want the next deep dive. We're tracing the shell company money trail right up Wall Street's marble steps. And remember Prince's last posted words hours before his final show, just when you thought you were safe. Because in 2005, the loudest sound in music might be the secrets finally breaking their silence.